Welcome to Alog Radio, the virtual radio station for all the people, entertaining you with facts, statistics and stories from around the world. So sit back and prepare for the information that will entertain you, and enjoy. It's the 14th of February 2017, and on this day in 1929 there was a massacre in Chicago. 7 gangsters were killed, allegedly on Al Capone's orders, and it's reminiscent of a movie, Scarface. I don't know if you've seen Scarface, but this stars a guy. There's a guy called Tony. I think it's Tony, and he takes over a cartel, a drugs cartel, and then he has a good side, and his good side gets him into trouble. He blows up the car. He kills the bomber, an assassin, because he's going to kill the man's entire family in his car. And then he takes on another cartel. So that's above him, like his upline, his entire upline supply. The whole cartel turns on him, except for his own crew. And then you just see this epic battle that happens in his own mansion. And staying on the theme of killing, I'm going to quote to you again from the Guinness World Records 2017, and this time the killers are going to be dinosaurs. They're pretty good at killing, I can tell you that, because they lived for 100 million years, and or plus, that's at least 100 million years, and they've been around for longer than we have. And there's some interesting facts. I've got a delicious sandwich of facts here for you today. Quoting from the Guinness World Records 2017, the largest dinosaur tail ever discovered was the Diplodocus, and it lived during the late Jurassic period, 145 million years ago. The tail grew to 13 meters long and may have acted as a counterbalance to its lengthy neck. I heard somewhere as well that that those large herbivores use their tails as a whip. So what they'd do is they'd actually whip the animal, and they believed structurally that it could have created a sonic boom, like a normal whip does. So it would have been quite loud, and it would have broken any bones that it would have hit. And there's evidence of injuries on other dinosaurs that tried to attack it. The heaviest dinosaur is believed to be the Argentinosaurus, Titanosaurid. I quote again, a Titanosaurid from Argentina. Based on its vast vertebrae, it's estimated to have weighed some 100 tons, so it's a pretty massive animal. I'm sure the earth would have shook as it walked, and I'm sure that once it's adult size, nothing could have threatened it, unless there's a whole group of them. The largest carnivorous dinosaur was believed to be the Spinosaurus, and roamed the Sahara about 100 million years ago, and they believe it grew to about 17 meters long and weighed 7 to 9 tons. So it's about the mass of an elephant, I think, but elephant with big teeth and claws. So it's a pretty amazing animal to have around. And I remember reading about this dinosaur before in the past. I think it actually preferred to eat fish, because they couldn't understand why there was so many different predators in that one area. And then they realised there was lots of lakes and lots of shallow waterways in that, where the Sahara was now. So it used to be almost like the opposite to what it was now. It was very wet, and so what would happen is you'd have big fish that would swim up through the waterways, and like sturgeons and things like that, and so and swordfish as well, and so this dinosaur would eat those large fishes, or any fish it could fit in its mouth and swallow. and it'll probably eat like dead animals as well, like scavenge, and it probably occasionally preyed on other things. It was quite a versatile animal. But I remember the reason they came to that conclusion was because of the nose. Its nose had pits on it that resembled that of a crocodile, and they resembled pressure sensors. So it could sense pressure in the water, the changes as things were swimming past. So it could actually feel the water around it. So it actually is like you can imagine a crocodile, but it's really tall and it's got long legs and it can run really fast. So it'd be a terrifying animal if you saw it, and it had a fin on its back as well to control its temperature, which is quite useful if you're in a very hot place or in a place where the temperature changes quite a lot. The frill can be dropped or raised to adjust the temperature of your body. The widest dinosaur discovered so far, according to the Guinness World Records 2017, is the Ankylosaurus, and was believed to be 2.5 meters wide. And it's quite an interesting dinosaur because it was actually covered in really thick bony plates, and it's low to the ground, and it had a huge club for a tail at the end of its tail, and even its eyelids had bones in them, and it had large horny protrusions on its back. And it's like the animal that you really want. You'd attack it if you're really desperate, if you're like starving, but you really wouldn't want to attack it. You could actually walk right up to it and you wouldn't want to touch the thing, because it can break your legs with its club on the end of its tail, and B, when you probably lose a tooth trying to bite through its armor, and it probably won't sit still. It'll probably like jump around and try and shake you off of it. So it's quite a tough animal. It's a bit like the hedgehog today. It's got spines all over it and it curls up into a ball. And animals don't like to attack it that much. They prefer to have like squirrels and things like that, and rats and other things like that, other animals. But it's you can see how it would have been a terrifying animal if you was close to it. And I often wonder, like, what colour were the dinosaurs? Because if you got bones and a few imprints, you can never really tell from that what the actual colour was. Like, they might have all been like bright yellow and green and all sorts of crazy colours. Maybe the T-Rex was orange, who knows? Or maybe it was purple, or maybe it looked like a tiger, it had stripes on it. We know it had feathers. Maybe it looked like a plant, like it would have been green, so it would have been camouflaged. Like, it would have resembled a camo, like the army soldiers have camo uniforms, and with all these like streaks that look like leaves and twigs and things all over their clothes to hide their profile. Perhaps some of the dinosaurs would have looked like that. So it would have looked like a soldier in his uniform. I have a fact in my memory that's got nothing to do with dinosaurs. Actually, it's more to do with like really old mammals. There's actually a mammal called the platypus in Australia, and they actually lay eggs. And they have a duck's beak, but they're mammals, and they're one of the few mammals that can lay eggs, and they have these stinging barbs on their backs. They're friendly when they're tame, when they grow up in captivity. But if you pick one up, it will sting you with the back barbs of its legs, and it's got like a venom in its glands, and the venom causes an unbelievable amount of pain. Like, you can't imagine the pain it can cause. Some people say it's worse than going into labour and giving birth. So it's a huge amount of pain you can get from this animal. But it's quite an interesting animal, and it's interesting to know that there's still mammals around that actually lay eggs. It's actually a marsupial, so actually it's related to the kangaroo loosely, but not directly. But it's like it's in the same group of animals. The animals that have pouches. They don't have pouches, by the way. They just lay eggs. The eggs are like It could literally make its own omelette, but it also produces its own milk, so it's got sort of both. But anyway, that's all I have to say today. But if you like this show, subscribe or follow the page it's on. And if I get more than 20 subscribers, I'll double the length of the show. So until next time, goodbye.